viewers, how are you doing? I hope you're all doing okay. My beautiful name is Sharon, and you're so much welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, if this is your first time here, you're so much welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, you're welcome back. And guys, before we go into the video, if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, kindly do me some justice and hit that subscription button. So guys, we are headed somewhere, yeah, and I appreciate every one of you who's been in this journey. Even though we are not that consistent, at least you show me some growth, yeah. So guys, I was just like taking my breakfast, and I was going through my stuff, and I came across a poll, and I've decided that in today's video we are going to be talking about that. Please, this is my personal opinion, and it does not bar you from giving your opinion. So you can leave a comment. Yeah, you can leave a comment and tell us your opinion. So the poll was about, okay, this is the question that was asked: between girls brought up in town and those brought up in rural areas, who are better to marry? Between girls brought up in town and those brought up in rural areas, who are better to marry? And then the votes were done by 1,500 people. Yeah, as of now we're at around 1,600, yeah? But 57 of those who voted, yeah, voted that if you want to marry, if you want to marry a good girl, go for those in rural areas, brought up in rural areas. And if you don't want to marry a girl brought up in town. Guys, what do you think? If you were given a choice, if you were marrying, yeah, you know, I think like most of my age mates are in that career, because in August there are like 2 weddings of my age mates. Yeah, so I think we're in that era where guys are marrying, and I'm sure right now most of the people are either looking for people to marry, either in maybe in serious relationships, yeah. So I don't think that where one was brought up determines her character, yeah, because I've seen people change. The only difference is the opportunities, the resources, the exposure. That's the only difference, because in most cases, okay, there's this stereotype that is there that girls born in town are like, they don't truly ask, you know. And the other one that says that girls brought up in rural areas know how to take care of their men, know how to cook, know how to do the chores, know how to get babies, know how to raise babies. But my personal opinion is, it doesn't matter where one was brought up. What matters is what you feel as the person you want to. Okay, what if we girls were given the same option to marry men who are brought up in town, marry men who are brought up in rural areas? We don't do that because it doesn't matter. So I feel like the same case applies to ladies, eh? It doesn't matter where one was brought up, because it's always the same. It's always the same. And you might actually get someone who was brought up in a rural area, but then she doesn't know how to cook, she doesn't know how to clean, she doesn't know how to do all those sorts of things, yeah. And you'll also find a girl, a lady who was brought up in town. You know, people think that if someone was brought up in town, maybe they don't know how to do the chores, take care of their men, blah blah blah. You will actually get shocked to see that the girl who was brought up in town knows a lot of things, compared to the girl who was brought up in the rural areas. And it's all about the exposure. And I believe that once given the same resources, they are the same. I don't think that should matter whether someone was brought up in town or she was brought up in rural areas, because I've seen girls, I've seen girls who are brought up in towns, and they are very, very, very responsible. They know how to cook, they know how to clean, they know how to do all the chores. They are not lazy as people think they are. And I've also seen girls who are brought up in rural areas and they're extremely lazy, you know. So I don't think that should be a factor. And some of the factors to look when maybe you want, I'm not married, but I'm just saying, if you guys are compatible, that's okay. Doesn't matter where one was raised. If you guys love each other, respect each other, if I have what you want in a lady and you have what I want in a guy, then we are good to go. Doesn't matter now that we love each other and we respect each other, we are loyal to each other, and we are compatible, but you can't marry me just because I was brought up in a town, ama just because ama we don't even love each other, we don't even have like common factors, and you just want to marry me just because I was brought up in a village or whatever. You know, I think we are in that era where people are civilized, people are more educated, people are more enlightened, so that should not even be a factor to check whether someone was brought up in a village or in a town. That's not a factor, because you will get shocked. Maybe you will marry me and I've been raised in a village or a rural area, then you bring me to town, nani adopts, and I get lazy, and I don't even know why people choose, like, okay, I don't even know what makes people think that girls brought up in rural areas are better. Whereas, okay, I feel like they're all the same. They're all the same. The only difference is the area they grew up in. So I don't feel like that should even be a factor. I'm getting feminist, but it's okay. I don't even think that should be a factor to check. As long as you guys are compatible, I have what you want in a lady, you have what I want in a man, then we are good to go. But checking whether Team Say was born in a town or rural areas, I feel like hizo ni vitu za kitambo, hiyo ni mentality ya kitambo, you know. Ni the same as saying you can't marry a guy who doesn't go to church, ama you'll marry a guy that goes to church and leave a guy that doesn't go to church. Ni the same, by the way, because someone might be hiding uko, and maybe they're not the people you think they are. So these are not some of the reasons to check. You might find a person mwenye ni haendangi kanisa, ako huko nje, and he'll make a very good husband, and you'll find a person mwenye, see, you guys have seen it, you've seen like religious people who've been in the ministry for so long and their marriage still fails because people, maybe they didn't marry for their compatibility, maybe they married for, he's a church girl, he is a church boy, she is a church girl, she was raised in the village, so she is good, she can keep a home. I'll not marry this one because she grew up in a town, maybe amechanuka, atani cheat, you know. These are not some of the things to check. I believe that you will know the right person for you. You will know, and it doesn't matter where he grew up, doesn't matter, maybe, okay, I also saw like people saying, asking each other whether the education level matters. I will not answer, I will not give my opinion on that, but you can leave a comment and tell us whether does education really matter, the education level, does it matter? I don't know, I don't want to give a comment, but you guys tell me. But as for this vote between girls brought up in town and girls brought up in rural areas, I don't know why men like have this mentality of when you really grow in rural areas are better, but it's all the same. Because watu wa rural area mkitokea hivi kidogo learn, and maybe she wasn't exposed to things like sherehe, partying and whatever, or I don't know, you know, maybe ukimtoa huku nje, you go for work and she goes to sherehe, and you'll start wondering like, what happened, umebadilika? I don't know. It's all about compatibility, you know. If you're compatible, you're good to go. But saying that you can only marry a girl who, I feel like they should have added another part of, doesn't matter where one was raised. That is my opinion. yeah, so guys, you can leave your comments. Let us see your opinion on this. Will you marry a girl? Okay, if you were to marry now, would you go for a girl who was brought up in town, ama a girl who was brought up in the rural areas? But my opinion is it doesn't matter whether the person was brought up in town ama in the village. It doesn't matter. What matters is compatibility, respect, if you're loyal, where you grew up does not matter. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. So guys, let me stop this video like that, and please leave a comment, and for those who've not yet subscribed, kindly hit that subscription button. Let us go together, and I promise you guys, I will be consistent. I'll be dropping you video after video after video after video. Okay, see you guys in the next video. Bye.